2,000 years later.
Hey, how you doing? Sack Labbit here. Alright, I got my friend's record in the background here. Two friends of mine, Mike Darris and Gary Mader, who is now in I Hate God and plays the bass, but he played the guitar for this band. And it was right there in the Dixie, which I used to live on top of for 5 years. And Mike Darris got some of the best screaming vocals ever, I think. That's my mind. Anyway, hope this is playing right. Because I got the headphones on, so I really can't hear. You think I'm listening to the music, but really, it's muffling the music. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna start to show a hard rock group called Triumph, who was big in the 70s. Well, not real big, but it was like medium. They kind of was next to Rush. It was an ass-kicking band, although they're not as proggy as Rush. And I kind of just like the hard rock way they do stuff with Rick Emmett, Glenn Moore, and Mike Levine. And those were good musicians, man. You could see them rock and rolling here. This rock and roll machine. Came out in 77, this is 78 repress, which I had to look up special. Then we got this, of course, the Transgression of Power, 1980 Triumph. And it's a really good kick-ass album. I should listen to these albums again, man. But I got so much to do before I move, it's like, crazy. All right, now you got Triumph, Allied Forces. Everybody knows this record from 81. I got the magic power. It's in my penis. No. Oh, Lordy Lord, man. Never surrender. This is from 1983. Yeah, man. And then, of course, the last one I have here is from 1984. Thunder 7, man, which I love. And, yeah. I think they were starting to get a little more proggy toward this. I know this and Sports a King, I think was pretty proggy, and Stages was at least show you how they played. And it was a really good kick-ass band, man. I had to look at the time to see if it's still going. Sometimes the camera cuts out on me. And I thought I'd show this to make the video just a tad bit longer. Here's a band I'm not really that big a fan of, but I do have 2 of their albums. And this one I think is their better album, Styx Equinox. They still had the proggy style here. They just got to A&M Records, see? And yeah, outside of the wood and nickel stuff, I think this is pretty good, man. Now, I did listen to this recently, and I showed this. Styx Pieces of Eight. Some of the songs are good, but it's a half and half album. And I do kind of believe that the albums were half and half after Equinox. I liked Equinox, and I would play Equinox again because it just had a heavier style than any of the other shit. And I saw them pushing it on the prog girl, the prog nerd lady. And they're like, you have to like Styx. They were prog. They were pop. And they was, when they got famous off of pop songs, not prog. So tell them to back off. Even Lorelei, which I showed there, it's a song about getting laid, living with a chick, you know? Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that word, living with a woman. Outside of matrimony. Alright, I'll talk to y'all later. I hope you enjoyed the background music of, if you're looking to see what album it is, Hawgjaw BeLIEve Nothing, and you see lie. Yeah, Darius kind of acts like this when he's singing. I love the time Mike Darius jumped out in the stage, knocked into Monique, knocked into, what's her name, Vicky, who knocked into me, and I fell on a chair, and Vicky went, ah! Bounced up because I had a heart on. I'm a little drunk back then, but you know, hey, rock and roll. Later. Bye.